On the second anniversary of Sudan's revolution, which led to the overthrow of longtime President Omar al-Bashir, thousands poured to the streets of the capital and other states. Some came out to voice support for the 15-month-old transitional government, others to voice anger at the economic and political developments.
I'm proud of the revolution. I think our revolution has come a long way and that the Sudanese have learnt a lot politically and have learnt to be their own decision makers. There are some things that haven't been achieved, but the revolution is far from over.
We're here to demand the end of the transitional partnership and to demand justice. This government has killed the revolution and not improved the economy. We don't want the partnership and we don't want their economic plans for the country.
The revolution was sparked by a rise in bread prices, fuel shortages, as well as rising inflation. Hundreds of protesters were killed before the military overthrew President Bashir in April 2019. A power-sharing agreement between the military and the Forces of Freedom and Change coalition, which represents the protest movement, was signed months later. That brought the current transitional government to power. Many had hoped that the administration would bring the change demanded. But inflation is now 5 times higher than it was when the revolution started. Politically, a legislative council is yet to be formed, and justice and accountability for those killed in the revolution are yet to be achieved. But the administration was able to achieve some demands.
The former ruling party has been dismantled and laws have been passed giving more rights to the Sudanese people. And after 27 years, Sudan is now off the U.S. list of states sponsoring terrorism. Yet 2 years after the revolution, these changes are yet to have deep impacts on the lives of many people in the country.
The new ruling coalition says the challenges they face now are not of their making, calling them the legacy of the former government.
The move on the issues of justice and economic improvement has been slow, but all the economic woes are because of the economic policies of the past 30 years of the former ruling party. We are only now living and dealing with the consequences. So there are challenges that the government faces, but it's also making achievements, and it's starting to gradually show.
Osman Majdi took part in the protests in 2018 and 2019. He lost his hand when a stun grenade exploded.
I wanted better living conditions, access to better education and healthcare. All that didn't happen. This government failed. I blame the military component in the government. They don't want the revolution to succeed, and that's what's happening. There's no change, no improvement.
Saturday's protest puts more pressure on the government to meet the demands made during the revolution. Protesters say they won't give up on their aims until they are fulfilled. Hiba Morgan, Al Jazeera, Khartoum.